Hello everyone, I hope you are having a good day. I look forward to seeing you later in the week. Please make sure that you are following along with the notes and you are writing everything down that I write down. We are doing something a little new. I believe we learned it a little bit last year, so it should be a little bit of a review. So we've been working with combining like terms and distributing, and we haven't been getting an actual answer. Well, now they're going to give us an expression and want us to evaluate it given whatever answer or value for a variable that they specify. So it'll tell you what x it wants you to use or what y or any of the variables. So first thing is to look to see what value or values they want you to use to replace in the expression. Make sure you use parentheses when replacing the variables with numbers. If you have a number right beside a variable, that means multiplication. So when you replace the variable, make sure you multiply. Simplify the numerical expression to get your answer. Use the calculator when you need help. So to reiterate that, step 3 that I said, if I had something that says 3x, that would mean 3 times x. So when I replace x with a number, I need to multiply. And this is why parentheses are important, because if I tried doing 3x for when x equals 5, if you don't put in parentheses when you're switching out the 5 for x, someone might claim that it's 35 when it's not. That would mean 3 times 5, which is 15, not 35. So we are going to evaluate these. Evaluate 5x plus 3y when x equals 2 and y equals 7. So I'm going to replace x with 2 and y with 7. So this is 5 parentheses 2 plus 3 parentheses 7. Before I can do any adding, order of operations says I need to do that multiplication first. So 5 times 2 is 10. 3 times 7 is 21. Then I can combine them. 10 plus 21 is 31. Example 2, evaluate 3x squared when x equals 5. Again, we're putting in 5 for x. So that's 3 parentheses 5 to the power 2. And you could even use a calculator to double check these. I could type this whole thing into a calculator to see what I get. Let's remember that 5 to the power 2 is not 5 times 2 equals 10. It is 5 times 5. You multiply the base times how many ever times exponent is. So we are really talking about 3 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25 times 3 is 75. Please do not fall into the trap of ignoring a power of 2 and just multiplying by 2. It's not the same thing unless you are doing 2 to the power of 2. That's the only time that works. Evaluate x squared plus 5x minus 6. So in this case, we have 2 spots for x. We are going to put in that same value they specify. It says when x equals negative 2. We're going to put that in both spots I see in x. So that's negative 2. Again, I'm going to use parentheses to the power of 2 plus 5 parentheses negative 2 minus 6. Negative 2 times negative 2, negative times a negative is going to be a positive 4. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. And then I'm going to bring down my minus 6. 4 minus 10 minus 6. 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Minus 6 would be a negative 12. Example 4, we have a equals negative 2 and b equals 6. Be very careful with the signs in this one. So I have a negative, parentheses, switching out a, which is negative 2, minus 9, switching out b with 6, plus 2. Now, I don't see a number in front of this negative. Technically, that's a negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 2 is a positive 2. Negative 9 times 6 is negative 54 plus 2. 2 minus 54 would be negative 52 plus 2 would be negative 50. Last example here. I'm going to replace A with 1, B with 5, C with 2. So replace all of them first. Make sure you're writing these steps down. So I have 3 parentheses A plus B. A is 1, B is 5, over C, and C we're going to put a 2. Now, order of operations, I need to do that parentheses first. 1 plus 5 is 6. So I have 3 times 6 divided by 2. 3 times 6 is 18. Divided by 2 is 9. Very quickly, I wanted to note this. It's not on your notes. But if we see something like 2 vertical bars around a number, that is absolute value. And the absolute value of a number is always positive. So the absolute value of negative 3 would just be a positive 3. The absolute value of a positive number is still positive. Absolute value means distance from 0, and our distances are always going to be positive. So if you happen to see those absolute value bars, I think it comes up on one of your worksheets, you just know that will make it a positive number. I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day. Please be on your best behavior and get some work done.